Hey, good morning. I just came out to get some early morning sun, and the view here is absolutely gorgeous. Take a look. So, this is one of my favorite spots, and I was just sitting in my morning meditation, and I remembered a dream that I had like 30 years ago. And like it was a dream that I understood, but I didn't realize till just this moment it was talking about now. And in the dream, there was a big stone and brick building that was built on a foundation of mirrors, and the and when I walked under the foundation, it was all like just glass and mirrors and nothing else. And but the ceiling was like the ceiling in the glass area was a concrete slab, and then the stone and brick building was built on top of it. And the and when I was outside, I could see the building like getting rough and settling, and people were panicking. They were just panicking, and they kept piling like more stone and more bricks, trying to make the building stronger, and they were ignoring the foundation. And so, as I was like, I just remembered that dream. Like, I hardly thought about it in 30 years. And when I was sitting here thinking about what to talk to you guys about, and there's so many people that are going through such hard times, and there's so much crap going on in the world, with not just politically but financially, and the it's like there's so many things are out of balance. That's the easiest way to say it. And so I've been a therapist and coach for over 20 years now. And the one thing that I know has made the biggest difference in my life, and the thing that makes the biggest difference is like the step one about everything, is for us to be able to get grounded in ourselves. And the thing that blocks that, and also the thing that blocks our spiritual expansiveness, is when we start buying into our fears, when we listen to our fears, when we believe what our fears are telling us, we get completely off kilter. And when we're off kilter, we buy into the fear that like the news media's throwing at us. We buy into the fear that the people around us are throwing at us. And we've all got those people in our lives that are try and be strong to cover up their insecurities, and to avoid their own insecurities, they always point their finger at you and try and stir up your insecurities. And that's what the dream was. It was this foundation of mirrors saying, don't look here, I'm not going to deal with this, I'm just going to show you something in yourself. And they try and build something on that, but it's a fragile foundation. And when we know who we really are, when we're settled within ourselves, when we're feeling great within ourselves, we don't buy into it. Like, we don't buy into their deflections, we don't buy into their projections. And those are really the only two psychological terms that I use. Everything else is, I try and use a everyday language, like Malcolm X said, let's talk in an everyday language that everybody here can easily understand. But the projections are where I've got something going on and I accuse you of it. And deflections is where you are upset with me and I go, hey, look over there, or hey, look in the mirror, what's wrong with you? And just to try and avoid, taking responsibility for either what I'm doing or what I'm feeling. And when we're really solid within ourselves, and this is what I help people with more than anything, when we're really solid within ourselves, we don't buy into that kind of crap from other people. When people are rude to us, you know, we see them being rude as their stuff. You know, we know it's not about us. And and from everything that my guides are showing me, there's some nasty shit coming, and we need to be ready by being really solid within ourselves. And everything they're showing me, especially like the last couple of years, is that there's absolutely no way we can grow into who we were born to be spiritually and who we're capable of being spiritually if we're not dealing with our shit. And it's a full integration of our emotional health and emotional groundedness and our spiritual expansiveness. And when the two are separated, then we can't grow, or the growth is going to be limited. And so, about 25 years or so ago, my spiritual grandmother, when I had just found my spiritual path, my grandmother said, "I see the next year for you being about finding a peaceful inner self." And I was like, wow, that would be awesome. And also I went, I don't know if that's going to be done in a year, Grandma. That sounds like it's going to take a while. And she just laughed, and she was like, well, I didn't want to scare you. And I was like, thank you. But finding that peaceful place inside and developing the habit of finding that peaceful place inside it's an incredible skill to have. And when when people are popping up and popping off and losing their minds all around you, being able to stay connected to that peaceful place inside, that's one of the most valuable skills we can have. And if that sounds good to you, give me a call, shoot me a message. And by the way, I had a couple scheduled for an all-day thing on Sunday, and something came up. They had to reschedule. So I've got time. All day Sunday is open, and so I can fit 6-7 sessions in there. So shoot me a message if you wanna have a talk. Love you guys. Bless you. I'll see you later.